and talk about a particular cause of failure. Let me just get that onto the page. The very first section of this workbook is 3 articles or extracts from 3 articles across the area of human error. I just want to read this. It's interesting to see what it's saying. Many managers and engineers believe most failures have a root cause in the equipment. Data from nuclear power plants, which maintain a culture of confessing failures and the roots of failures, in opposition to most industries where the culture is to hide the roots of failures, show us the following causes of failure. Early in the life of the nuclear power plant, we find that the failures, when we look at the causes of failures, come down to these categories here. Design errors represent 35% of early life failures in nuclear power plants. Now, these aren't calculation errors. This is errors made by such things as material selection, misunderstanding of operational service and buying the wrong machine for that particular job. Just, I guess, lack of knowledge type errors. 35% are design errors. 80% of the errors of component failures are actually to do with the process applied and the procedures that the business works under cause those failures. When it comes down to operating error, the people and procedural problems cause 12% of operating errors. Same thing with maintenance errors. The people or the procedures used are causing the failures. The procedures, of course, are written documents that the company has approved for use. There were 12% unknown, which we had no explanation for. Known errors in procedures was 10% of the problem, and fabrication errors was 1% of the problem. 88% of early life failures in nuclear power plants are either people or business process caused. As the plant matures and they solve those commissioning problems, it comes down to 72% are either people or business process. Nothing to do with the machines, people or business process. Next one down is from the ASME, American Society of Maintenance Engineers decade report. The next one's due out next year in 2012, but it'll be the same story as they had in 2002. For the 10 years between 92 and 01, 127 people died from boiler and pressure vessel accidents, 720 people were injured. There were 23,000 plus accidents reported. 83% direct result of human oversight or lack of knowledge. Same reasons were listed for 69% of the injuries, 60% of the recorded deaths. Human oversight and lack of knowledge kills people. And the final one is at the bottom there, from an extract from a book on reliability engineering. A major challenge to reliability theory was recognised, and the theoretical probabilities of failure were compared with the actual rates of failure. And the actual rates exceeded the theoretical values by factors of 10 or 100 and more than the calculations advised. They identified the main reason for the discrepancy to be that the theory of reliability employed did not consider the effect of human error. Human error in anticipating failure continues to be the single most important factor in keeping the reliability of engineering designs from achieving the theoretically high values made possible by modern methods of analysis and materials. Nothing wrong with our machines, nothing wrong with our engineering, nothing wrong with our science. The problem is our business processes are lousy and our people, you and I and everybody else, don't know enough about what the right thing to do is. And this is what we're finding is the challenge for us now.